We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Foreign powers flex their muscles, another blow to Biden's student loan plan, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lupkin, and here's the news you need to know. A combined Russian and Chinese naval force patrolled near the coast of Alaska last week in what U.S. experts said appeared to be the largest such flotilla to approach American shores. 11 Russian and Chinese ships steamed close to the Aleutian Islands, according to U.S. officials. The ships, which never entered U.S. territorial waters and have since left, were shadowed by 4 U.S. destroyers and P-8 Poseidon aircraft. It is a historical first, said Brent Sadler, a senior research fellow at the Heritage Foundation and a retired Navy captain. Given the context of the war in Ukraine and tensions around Taiwan, this move is highly provocative. A spokesman for the new U.S. Northern Command confirmed that Russia and China had carried out a combined naval patrol near Alaska, but didn't specify the number of ships or their precise location. Air and maritime assets under our commands conducted operations to assure the defense of the United States and Canada. The patrol remained in international waters and was not considered a threat, the command said. Russia hit targets across Ukraine with missile and drone strikes Sunday, killing 6 people. Ukraine's military said Russia's latest airstrikes involved 70 drones and missiles fired from aircraft over the Caspian Sea. The barrage came in apparent retaliation for a Ukrainian maritime drone attack against a Russian tanker on Friday. The tanker was targeted in the Black Sea near Crimea in what Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova condemned as a terrorist attack on a civilian vessel. On Sunday, Ukraine struck 2 bridges connecting Russia to occupied Crimea. Separately, Russia briefly suspended flights at Moscow's second-largest airport after a drone attack nearby that Russia said it blocked. Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida said on Sunday, on the 78th anniversary of the day when the United States dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima, that the goal of a nuclear-free world has become more difficult to achieve since Russia invaded Ukraine. As the only country to have experienced the horror of nuclear devastation in war, Japan will press on tirelessly with its efforts to bring about nuclear disarmament, Kishida said at a ceremony in Hiroshima. The widening division within the international community over approaches to nuclear disarmament, the nuclear threat made by Russia, and other concerns now make that road all the more difficult. Moscow has repeatedly raised the threat of a nuclear attack to discourage Western nations from increasing aid to Kiev. North Korean Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un ordered his country's weapons and arms factories to boost their capacities in preparation for war readiness, North Korean state media said on Sunday. His demands came as Kim toured a variety of factories himself, including artillery systems and launchpad areas, according to the country's Korean Central News. The reclusive leader was also seen firing an assault rifle himself in a photograph released by state media. Kim reportedly said the North needed to adapt various kinds of cutting-edge strategic weapon engines and thus make a great contribution to bringing about a revolution in developing new strategic weapons of our style. Biden's student loan forgiveness plan faces new court challenges. Two think tanks are urging a federal court to block the Biden administration's scaled back plan to cancel $39 billion in student loans, arguing that the plan exceeds the administration's authority. The lawsuit was filed Friday in Michigan by the New Civil Liberties Alliance on behalf of free market think tank McKinnock Center for Public Policy and libertarian think tank the Cato Institute. The groups accuse the administration of overstepping its power in announcing student loan debt relief for 800,000 borrowers worth $39 billion, a plan the Department of Education rolled out shortly after the Supreme Court struck down a broader student loan handout plan pushed by President Biden. Friday's lawsuit requested for a judge to rule the latest debt forgiveness plan as illegal and to block the Department of Education from carrying it out until the case is decided. The student loan forgiveness plan is widely viewed as an attempt to bribe young voters. The United States was eliminated from the 2023 Women's World Cup on Sunday after Sweden pulled off a stunning upset in penalty kicks following a scoreless match, while the highly favored U.S., which had struggled in the opening rounds of the tournament, outplayed the Swedes for most of the game. It was Swedish goalkeeper Zakira Muskovic who shut the door on the Americans time after time. Sweden bested the U.S. 5-4 on penalty kicks, knocking out the odds-on favorite to not only win the game, but the World Cup itself. This marks the first time the U.S. has finished in the round of 16 at the Women's World Cup and denied the Americans a three-peat championship. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com/podcasts, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.